Hey Leaf fans, Mark Fera with the Blue Line Official. Some big news out of Leafland today with the landing of goaltender Matt Murray from the Ottawa Senators. And why not start it off with Mike Palmateer's 1982-83 game-worn sweater. The popcorn kid would walk into Mr. Gregory, the former general manager's office, and say, "Mr. Gregory, your goaltending worries are over." Well, do we think that Matt Murray has that chance? Let's do this. This move, like many others in Leafland, seems to have fans completely rattled. And I'm not quite sure why, because when we try to break this down, let's look at the goaltenders that the Maple Leafs had that all of a sudden fans wished they had when they were gone. Freddie Andersen couldn't do the job, lacked confidence, faced injuries, and the team had decided to move on. They bring in Jack Campbell. Isn't Jack Campbell exactly what Freddie Andersen was, but liked by the people based on his personality? Okay, so now that they've decided not to go after Jack Campbell, everybody's mad because they believe he's going to get $5 to $6 million. They believe that they should just go after Marc-Andre Fleury, who was never coming to Canada to begin with, or John Gibson, who made it very clear he didn't want to be traded to the Maple Leafs. So now, what options are you expecting to have? I mean, Husso in St. Louis? He's never really proven anything and barely held on to a job for a team that took an early exit in this year's playoffs as well. So we take another unstable goalie, make a trade package for him that really is going to give up a lot more than what we think he's worth. Or how about the Colorado goalie that really didn't hold on to much of a starting job for most of that year? Colorado could have won that Stanley Cup with just this sweater hanging in the posts. So I don't understand why people feel that going after that goaltender is the answer for us. Carey Price, too injury prone. So, you look at all the options, and really Matt Murray, who's been playing in Ottawa, let's admit it, he's been playing on an absolutely horrific team. So the Maple Leafs, to be able to get him in at the salary that they can and be able to have an opportunity to see if he can rebound. I mean, he's only 28 years old, and he's shown that he has as high a compete level as anybody in the National Hockey League. Sure, Ottawa wanted to get out of that contract because they have a goaltender already that they see as their true number one moving into the future. Maple Leaf fans, you need to be a little bit more happy with what you have a little more often. I mean, had we drafted a number one goaltender back in the day instead of an Austin Matthews or Mitch Marner or even a William Nylander, then they'd all be complaining that we don't have a top line center or a top line winger. So you can't have everything, and you need to understand that we've got to work through these to take chances here and there to hopefully plug players in the right holes to give us a chance to get to that next round. And not only that next round, but to compete for a Stanley Cup. A lot of people are always crucial with Dubas and the moves he made. But when they signed Mrazek, there really wasn't a better option. And Maple Leaf fans were ecstatic in the fact that they brought in someone who believed to be a true backup. But that didn't work out. So now Dubas is the one taking the knives in the back, and everybody's saying, well, Dubas is failing at this, Dubas is failing at that. I mean, I like the fact I like that he takes the gambles that he does, and I like to see a general manager who's not afraid to make a mistake, admit from it, and move on. And really, a late round, first round draft pick really isn't that much of a different than an early second round pick. So again, what options do you really feel the Toronto Maple Leafs have that could be a better one potentially in the future? There isn't a lot of options, and they've still got some money to spend, and who knows, maybe there's another deal still in the works. But I'm not totally off on this one, and I want to see how it goes, and I really truly think that this is a gamble worth taking. And on top of that, for taking that 75%, we still get 2 draft picks back, which we've lost a lot in the last little bit. So I like this deal. Maybe not thrilled about it yet, but I do see the potential, and I do see the thinking that Dubas is making. I'd love to hear your comments. Please comment, let me know what you think, and let me know realistically who you think the Maple Leafs could have gone after that would have been a better option. There really isn't anybody out there. Anyways, we'll see. Upcoming season, still lots of changes. We've got free agency coming up in just a day, and I'm as excited as anything to be a Leaf fan. If you like this, and maybe any of our other videos, follow us on all social medias. Till then, I'm Mark Fera with the Blue Line.